A really nice quick video today. Not even time for a joke really. Oh, okay then. What do eggs drive? Yolks wagons. As I was saying, a really quick video today, reaching conclusions. The concept here is when we're drawing evidence conclusions, we have to make sure they were linked to the original aim. That's the key thing. We need to make sure our conclusions answer the original question that was set. So, obviously part 5 of the route to inquiry planning pathway. Let's look at the physical first. Your physical fieldwork, there is your conclusion up on the board. Unsurprisingly, slumping is caused by both physical and human factors, as it always is. More slumping was found at Carline Bay. There was more 45-degree angle cliffs at Carline Bay rather than Charlestown. The main factor probably is due to your physical factors, the fact that Carline Bay isn't actually as well protected from the southwest prevailing wind. Very long fetch, remember that 8,000 kilometre fetch, very powerful waves. It's less protected than Charlestown. Charlestown's protected by Black Head, that big headland there, which causes waves to refract around it, and therefore actually the energy is dissipated in Charlestown itself, so therefore you actually have lesser undercutting and therefore less slumping. Carline Bay, the opposite occurs. There's less wave refraction, waves approach with far more force, and the waves are generally higher. Remember on the day when you went, there was a 1 metre wave height at Carline Bay, whereas only half a metre at Charlestown. That therefore causes more undercutting, and therefore more slumping happens as a result, or more mass movement happens as a result. In addition, the rock type is a mixture of sandstone and slate throughout. This plays a part in very localised instances across St Austell Bay, but in terms of both sites, because they're a mixture of both anyway, actually there's quite a limited impact of that. There is some evidence of human factors. Trampling the coastal footpath in east and west Charlestown could be arguably linked to the recent slumping, but you can't prove that. You can't say it definitely was human factors, because quite simply there's so many other factors that are going on as well. So your physical fieldwork, pretty much the conclusion is physical and human is playing a part, but it's more evident at Carline Bay, and really the reason for that is that the physical factors can have more of an impact here. There is more erosion at Carline Bay. Your human fieldwork, again, unsurprisingly, we've got a bit of a mixed conclusion. Drake Circus has had a mixed impact on Plymouth CBD. If you just think back to when you were there, generally speaking, Upper Plymouth has been generally positive reviews on the basis of your social, people, economic, money and environmental, just the natural surroundings. Generally speaking, it's been positive, whereas in Lower Plymouth further away, it's generally been negative. Your evidence for this, socio and economic, is quite strong, environmental less so. In terms of social, you've got a higher footfall recorded in Upper Plymouth, therefore showing that Drake Circus is attracting shoppers there. That means shops in Upper Plymouth have more footfall, more customers, so make more money. Void count is lower in Upper Plymouth, probably evidence of the link to footfall there, really, on the basis that more shoppers spend there and therefore the shops stay open. Whereas in Lower Plymouth the opposite applies. In terms of environmental, this is the one where you can really critique, I suppose, on the basis that actually, yes, Upper Plymouth does score higher for the environmental quality, but it does actually score much lower for noise. You might argue that actually that's a good thing if you want your CBD to be noisy, because it shows that it's busy and it's attracting customers. That's essentially your two conclusions there. Really straightforward. Video 6 will go on to evaluate just how reliable these conclusions actually are.